Hi everyone! I recently picked up the Cinch bookbinding machine and I wanted to do a quick unboxing and demo. I've seen so many people make the cutest notebooks and planners, so I wanted to try it out and create something myself. When you order the Cinch machine, all you really get is the machine itself and the instructions. It does not come with any of the binding coils or pliers to trim any excess wire. The machine itself is very dynamic but also user-friendly. There is a ruler piece that slides out as well as all the mini buttons. Those are where the binding holes get punched. And on the back of the machine is the binding press where the coils get closed. I'll be doing a test to show you how everything works. I also bought this set of binding wires sold separately. For my first project ever, I wanted to make a watercolor notebook. If you didn't know, watercolor paper is much thicker than regular paper, so this will be a good test. I have my front two covers as well as about 12 pieces of watercolor paper. I'm first going to punch out the holes on the cover pieces, and the notebook I'm working on measures 12 by 9 inches. Since I am making a larger book, I will have to use the pull-out ruler to punch holes in the second half. Once the first set of holes are made, it's super easy to line up. On the left-hand side, there is this small peg that aligns with the already punched hole, and this makes it super easy to do the second half of the punches. Just place that down on one hole and it keeps your paper in place so it doesn't move. And to prevent any of the holes being punched down, just simply pull out one of the blue buttons. Since my paper stopped at the 11th button, I pulled out the 12th one so it didn't punch a hole that I didn't need. For my front cover, I also added a sheet of clear acetate, which worked beautifully in the machine. The holes came out crisp and there was no extra paper hanging off the back. The watercolor sheets were a bit more thick, and I find that doing 2 or 3 at a time worked best. If it were regular scrapbook paper, you could easily punch 5 or so pages at once. In total, doing the hole punches took less than 5 minutes, and each time the paper came out perfect. Even when I did forget to push back in the blue button and it missed a hole punch, it was super easy to repunch because the machine makes it so easy to realign. On the back of the machine, there is this tray that captures all of the punches that you can take out and throw away once you're done. Next, it's time to add in the binding. When you look at the binding, you'll see two sides. One is wide and the other has these thin peaks. The thin peaks are where we will add in the paper. Now on the right side of the machine are these little hooks. The wide side of the binding wire will sit on top of each of these little hooks. Then each of the punched holes will easily slide into the thin peaks. The inside pages go on first and then the front cover. This is important to note. Once the inside pages are on and the front cover, the back cover goes on last, and you'll want to put it down face down. The reason being is that when you flip the back cover over, it will hide the little seam. On the back of the machine, you can adjust the coil sizes. Make sure you press down and turn because I did not press down at first and was confused. But this will make your binding coils bigger or smaller depending on how big you want it. I ended up having to adjust mine a few times because I wanted it to be just right. This was the hardest part for me, and I wish there was a guide on the packaging of what size you should do based on which wires you have or how many pages, etc. It was just really a guess and check thing. You use the handle again to secure the binding together, and it was really super simple. My notebook turned out super cute and arguably much better than any store-bought notebooks. I also love how easy it is to turn any page. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll have the machine linked down below. If you do buy it from scrapbook.com, they usually have a special deal or a freebie each week, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching.